Well, happy Veterans Day to you. And of course, temperatures this Veterans Day started off very cold for us, well below the freezing mark in the low 20s, but we've started to warm up. However, I don't think we're going to warm up to the average for this time of year. And not only that, the winds are staying gusty, making it feel even colder for us today than what it actually is. However, if you're a fan of the warmth, I think I have some good news for you, and that's going to be coming into the next few days. But checking out that first, of course, a cold snap of the season, which did bring us measurable snowfall over the last 48 hours. We saw snowfall really up between an inch to 3 inches across our area. So we're starting to get into that defrosting phase. So even though we are not seeing snow at the moment, we are still dealing with the wet and icy conditions. So definitely use a little extra caution on the roads as we continue to defrost. However, most accidents occur when there's 2 inches or less of snow. So definitely use that extra caution on the roads. Now, as for temperatures, we are starting to warm up. We're getting past that freezing mark and eventually just reaching into those upper 30s for today. And temperatures don't look to take that huge decline into the overnight hours. However, we are looking at some light flurries trying to pop up on the satellite. But since we are above the freezing mark, it's more so getting some light sprinkles across our area. But what's really driving our weather pattern at the moment is, of course, the very windy conditions, not making it ideal to be outside at all. And it's because of this high pressure to the south and low pressure to the north, which are forcing these isobars or lines of constant pressure closer together. And when those isobars get really close, that's when the winds really start to pick up. And that, of course, is the case for us today. And for temperatures, we're warming up to those upper 30s. However, feels like temperatures upper 20s because of how windy it is. And there is that chance of a stray passing shower as we get a little bit later into our afternoon. But by later tonight, we should be drying out. But the winds really not looking to calm down for us the rest of today. Gusts are going to be remaining up to nearly 30 to 40 miles per hour. And as we get later into this evening, maybe by the time you're headed home, it looks like these kinds of winds are the kinds that can make conditions on the roads pretty dangerous, really pushing the car around. However, looking ahead to tomorrow, we'll stay breezy into Wednesday, but the winds eventually start to lift a little bit later into our Wednesday. It's starting to create those calmer conditions. But overall, we are looking at a warming trend going into the next few days as we are going to be back into those mid 60s by Friday and might have to pull the disco ball out Saturday because the 70s are back for us. And that is going to, again, lead us into more above average temperatures. And that does look to be the case on this trend we're seeing going into the end of this month with more above average temperatures. So if you didn't get the opportunity to winterize your home before this first cold snap, you're definitely going to have some days in the near future to take advantage. But for the rest of today, passing flurries possible, but warming trend in the days ahead.